Ultimately, I have come to look at all that I ask for from God, from the divine, as responsibility, right? And we know you're giving you're given responsibility in accordance to that which you can bear. It's like at each point in time you're given responsibility that you can bear. And when you're given a responsibility that is bigger or heavier, or that feels beyond you, it becomes a burden, right? And I feel like all that I ask for from God, I'm starting to look at it as responsibility, right? When you ask for an opportunity for expansion, it's like you're asking to hold more within yourself. And this is in anything that you pray for. And this is more like in the material sense, right? I mean this in the material sense because it's a number of times I've felt like I'm behind in life only to realize I'm exactly where I'm meant to be, right? Because if you're like, I am asking for a new home, I'm asking for more money or an income, it's like it's something more for you to bear. And what came to mind is like, even the queen bears the weight of the crown that she carries. We ask for something until we receive it and we realize it was always more than we thought as we were asking for it, right? And in the moments when we were feeling like we were behind, it should come, God was preparing us and strengthening us to be the people who would be able to bear this responsibility in strength and in balance, to be able to balance out that responsibility in your life, right? But like, I feel like responsibility is like parenthood. There are people who are praying for that step in their life, right? And it's like it comes in its own time, and nothing that is meant for you will be denied. You will not be denied that which is divinely ordained for you. You must sit still and be present in that period when you're asking, that period when it feels like nothing is happening, but in true sense, everything is happening, right? Then again, in matters of spirit, in matters of like of where God is involved, faith must be. Faith is part of what it means to walk with God. Trust, patience, and then I'm coming to the understanding everything that I'm asking for, I must not rush. I must not think that it is an end goal. I must not think that it is what I think it is. It's like the reality of something might not be as you thought. Yes, you might get the blessing, the prayer, the gift, and some challenges may come, right? What if in that moment of asking, in that moment of waiting for that which you've prayed for, God is strengthening your soul for what is to come? God is awakening your spirit to more, right? God is redirecting you towards something different. And this is coming from my experience of myself, of where I am at present in life, from what things are arising in me. You know, that energy that is telling me I'm behind, I should be doing something with my life, I should, as if, well, and awakening to the truth that is telling me, even in the silence, there is something happening that is telling me the walk with God calls to faith, right? That is telling me whatever you're asking of God is a responsibility that God is preparing you for, right? Again, you cannot ask a 6-month-old to take care of the household expenses, right? Or to cook dinner for everyone. Responsibility is given in accordance to that person who is able to bear that responsibility. It is given to them. Otherwise, it becomes a burden and not a blessing. It's like, so when I'm trying to rush my blessings, I am missing out on that which God has for me. Then again, the walk with God calls to faith, to presence, because trusting in God and believing in God itself is faith. Believing in the unseen, in that which is not seen physically, it's faith. It's faith. So it's like I'm being called, we are, well, whoever this resonates with, to actually have faith, to know when you're in that energy of feeling stuck, of feeling behind, that is not truth. Even in the silence, even when it looks like nothing is happening, everything is happening. Everything you have experienced up until this point has fundamentally altered your being. Who you are is different now, right? And you may feel like you're stuck or you're in the same place, and looking forward, it's like, what if things will always be the same? But every moment you're experiencing something that is awakening something deep and different in you, and it's like God works in his own time. And you may be at a point of despair and think that nothing is happening, and then God just shows up, because he was doing something in the background, something silent, right? Have faith even in the moments when you feel like you have no reason to. Because even in the silence, when it looks like nothing is happening, everything is happening. Again, faith, belief in the unseen, the changes that are happening within you that you cannot perceive consciously at the moment. These changes are still happening. And it's like so much is happening within you, even when you're not consciously aware of it. And there's so much that God is doing for you, even when you even when you can't pick up on it. So for me, I'm choosing to have faith and understand that all this that I'm asking for will surely come in time. Again, responsibility is given in accordance. When you're ready for it, it's given to you. And I feel like all these things, we don't always have to explain things. Sometimes we can just be in a place of doubt and just be there without needing a reason as to why we are there. We don't always need a reason, but well, here I am, and I'm reminding myself to stay faithful and truthful to God by trusting in him, even in moments when it looks like nothing is moving. Even in the moments of silence and despair, even in the moments when I don't know where to go and I don't know how to go, and even in those moments when I feel like I'm stuck. And I pray that God will always hold my hand and awaken me to the fact that I'm not really stuck. I'm just where I'm meant to be. Stuck comes from a place of thinking I should be somewhere else. By at this point of my life, this and this and this should have happened. This, it's from a place of thinking you're not really where you're meant to be, like you're meant to be somewhere else. Be grateful for where God has put you, right? Because sometimes it is in the depths, in the darkness, and in the shadows that you realize something, that you awaken to something more. God's love is truthful. So we're never put anywhere to be punished. Sometimes we're pulled back to be pushed forward. Sometimes we're in the depths of our soul's darkness in order to awaken our soul's light. So be still, my soul. God is present.